Hello and welcome to another episode and another season of Diablo IV. This is Season 8, the season of Belial's Return. So Belial is back. Season 8, Belial's Return has begun. Save Sanctuary from the Lord of Lies ploy. Confront Belial in a new quest. Band together with former Vizieri Mage and the Cathedral of Light Knight to dispel Belial's ruse. Look for the stranger in Kiovashad to begin. Deliver retribution with boss powers. Command powers that once rendered you lifeless. There are 24 boss powers to unlock from the Apparition Incursion event, and bosses across Sanctuary. Unlock a Vigilant Companion. Unlock Iris the cat from the season's journey. This feline friend has the keenest eyesight among Sanctuary's pets. So we can click Save Sanctuary, which I guess kind of starts the thing. So, another season, another character. I believe that the powers are basically witch powers once again, more or less. But we are going to start by creating a sorceress right now. So here we have her, Bella the Sorceress. We're just gonna keep going with simple names. We're gonna be playing on normal because that is the most efficient. We're skipping the campaign. And let's see what the season's journey has to bring. The previous season was pretty good, so hopefully this one is the same. And once again, no...
You're a most difficult person to find, Wanderer.
Yeah. This is the little dialogue from Sayina. Once again, no cinematic. I guess they've completely given up on that. That is a real shame. They added a lot of flavor, but they realized that, we don't need to. People are not mad enough to really make a big fuss out of it, and I'm still going to mention it every single time because it is a huge disappointment. So we have the Deceitful Incursion. Speak with the stranger. A stranger is waving me down and wishes to speak with me. I should ask what she wants. Now, before we do that, there are a few things that are of note for this season. First off, the season's journey have been completely redone. Part of that is actually to complete a Shop of Curious seasonal quest, so we have to complete some seasonal stuff, so that's pretty cool. Relinqueries, I don't know what that is. I guess that's how we get the boss stuff. Welcome to Relinqueries, the new home of the Battle Pass. Oh, okay, it's just Battle Pass shit. I'm not getting that. Like, I don't have any interest. I guess this one is automatically unlocked. Okay, so you get basically weapons and stuff. Alright, that's fine. And I think that's kind of it. Apparition Incursions, I think, are the new seasonal events. And then, of course, the bosses have been reworked. So let's talk with Sayena. Do you need something?
I need the aid of someone with your kind of expertise. Strange new demons have found their way into Sanctuary. I fear their presence may herald the arrival of something far more insidious. I've tracked them to an old crypt nearby. I can show you the way.
Right, so I should venture towards the crypts, which seem to be a source of these strange demons invading Sanctuary, and they're all the way over there. So we'll head there, but real quick, I'm just gonna put in my powers and do some settings stuff, so I'll be making a cut. Alright, we're getting close to the crypt right now. There is a Helltide at the same time, but we're gonna be ignoring that for now. We have to slay these apparitions.
Here are the demons I told you about.
Already killed. So, problem solved. Anything special? How should I proceed?
See what you might find. I'll catch up with you when it's safe.
So we really want to get these boss powers as quick as possible. Now, apparently they were way stronger in the PTR. They've been nerfed quite a bit, which is a shame because, I mean, they're the whole big difference with the season. Can actually empower my stuff. Quite a bit, in fact. Let's get another level 2 glass cannon, I guess. So, I need to delve into this crypt so I can find the source of these strange demons and put an end to whatever is causing them. So, I mean, I do understand that the main rework is just the bossing situation and kind of the end game and the Beheats. I guess these are new materials that we can use for different things. But still, it's nice when the season actually has season mechanics that are really fun. Now, we are still quite slow when it comes to movement. But it doesn't seem to be all too much of an issue. And I do hope that the season's quest is at least as good as the previous one.
Damned demons! Is there no end to their faith?
Assist the knight. Who are you? What are you doing here, knight?
I'm Jarius, pledged to the Cathedral of Light. And I'm killing demons, of course. This is my crusade, to wipe them all from Sanctuary. These demons, though, these are different. They're some new breed, and growing in number. But I will find the cause, and I will put an end to it. This I swear. Care to join me?
Alright, and we're just going to continue with the knight. That's something as well. I need to equip my companions. I forgot to do that, but that's fine. This is pretty cool. What I could do, honestly, I'm actually going to remove that, and I'm going to put more powers into this. And another into there. I think when in doubt, just going straight works pretty well. This is a big crypt. There we go. Nice.
Over here. I think this is it.
I think so too. Unnerving statue. You gonna say anything? No.
In the name of Holy Inarius, what abomination is this?
Embrace your new master. What is this? How can you resist me? How can... The blood... The blood of Lilith runs in your veins. If I cannot possess you, at least I can feed you to my minions.
Slay the summoned apparition. Apparition of Kirma. Kind of annoying that we didn't... Like, the camera was too zoomed out, so we couldn't really see the demon properly. So now the bosses have a lot more, like, stages, and this one keeps teleporting everywhere.
What did he do to you? Was that true? What he said about Lilith's blood infecting you?
You've acquired the ability to steal boss powers. Equip your powers in the boss powers tab of your inventory.
Finally, Belial reveals himself. The Lord of Lies is the source of this demon infestation, just as I feared. Your eyes, Wanderer. Interesting.
Like, I'm not done with this. Stop stop interrupting. Alright, so we've acquired boss powers. New boss powers are acquired from the first time kill of a targeted boss across Sanctuary. Each boss power has two sides to its effects, main and modifier, activated based on the power sockets they are equipped to. Equip a boss power on the main power socket to obtain a devastating power of the boss it was acquired from. Equip up to 3 boss powers in the modifier power socket to further amplify your total power capabilities. Battle Apparition Incursion and Lair bosses to earn Spectral Ash to upgrade acquired powers. So, if we go inventory and boss powers, we have now acquired Kirma's Sparks. When you evade, apply some sparkling damage to enemies, and your evade is reduced by 5. Okay, we get some lightning resistance. Nice. There are a lot of boss powers. Most of these are probably relatively weak. I'm guessing that the rare ones are better, and then you have the legendary ones that you get from like defeating Belial. So here we have defeat Belial, defeat Lilith, Andariel, Duriel, and the Harbinger of Hatred, which is what is his name? Mephisto, that was his name. He did something to me, or tried to.
That much is apparent, but I suspect there is more to this than we can see. I would speak to you more, but not in this place.
I don't know this woman. Who is she? How does she know so much about demons?
I am called Saina. I am a historian, a collector of rare artifacts and scriptures. I've studied demons and their patterns studied them for many years.
Demons are meant to be slain, not studied.
Ignorance is the true danger, not knowledge. There is much more to discuss, but not here. Come to my shop in Tarsarak.
I trust you know what you're doing. Wanderer, if you truly mean to snuff out these demons, I am at your service. Find me in Menestad.
Alright, so we have to travel to Saina's shop in Tarzak to do the next quest. But let's talk with Jarius first. You're obsessed with these demons. Why?
I hate them. I hate them because they ruined my life.
Alright. Are you gonna say anything more about that? No? Okay. So, we are gonna go to Tarzak to start the next portion. And what are these? These are the Apparition Incursion. Whisper expires in 23 hours. Okay. These are the ones that spawn, I think, regularly. And then you have the Helltides, of course. And I think what I will be doing this playthrough is I'll be focusing mostly on the story quests, like before. But then I will, I think, show every single boss just to show off the differences. I will be releasing these once a week. Maybe twice a week if I get a bit of a backlog. But until then, once a week.
Over here, Wanderer.
Alright, so... A Shop of Curios. Speak with Saina. Now that I'm in Tarzak, I should speak with Saina to see what she has to say.
We can speak freely inside my shop.
So I'm guessing this is going to be like the quest board, like in the previous seasons, where you get reputation and all that stuff. You've learned more about Belial and his infestation of demons?
I have, and the news is disturbing. I know the Lord of Lies is abroad in Sanctuary, but I must know more. Belial touched your spirit. Stand in this scrying circle so that I can examine you more closely.
Okay, let's stand in the circle. So, yeah. I will say that her shop is very massive.
Belial's apparitions are extensions of his deceitful nature. It's not enough for him to murder innocents. He needs them to believe. The more the demons are seen, the more their power is believed, and the stronger Belial grows. When he has enough power, Belial can draw all of Sanctuary into his own dominion, where only he decides what's real. This is the realm of lies.
What do you see in my spirit?
Belial attempted to wear your mind and body as a cloak, as he has done to so many unfortunate mortals. But in your case, something turned him aside. He mentioned Lilith. Such a thing is your affair, but Belial's essence remains mingled with yours. You've a connection with him, and with the powers he and his minions wield. By absorbing more of that essence, you can gain more power. Destroying as many of these apparitions as you can will slow Belial's influence. Perhaps even gain advantages that can be used to defeat him. I must engage in more research to find any weakness. Come outside. There's more you need to see.
Alright, sure. Now, I will say, this is like the 8th or 9th time. Well, this is the 8th time we've gotten something like a power. And with the vampires, with this, with the witch powers, you kind of wish that these powers would actually stay. It would be really cool if they had a season where multiple things, like the multiple powers, were enabled and you could like have all of them at the same time. That would have been cool, but probably never gonna happen. What more can you tell me about these powers?
There's much potential in them, and much we don't know. You'll discover new powers from the strongest of Belial's minions. When you defeat his apparitions, be vigilant for any trace of spectral ash. The ash can be used to intensify the powers.
How do you know so much about demons?
I have not been entirely truthful with you. I was not always a dealer in antiquities. Years ago, I was a Viserai mage. There was a tragedy, a demon incursion that wiped out an entire village. The slaughter was horrific. I was accused of being responsible, of summoning the demons. I swear to you, I would never do such a thing. But blame needed to be heaped upon someone, and I was the easiest target. I fled, and was Viserai no more. I must ask you to keep all this in confidence, Wanderer. We must let nothing stand in the way of stopping Belial.
I do wonder if she is going to turn evil. I've asked that about my quest givers very many times, and aside from Una, who sort of turned out to be evil but kind of regretted herself last season, every single character has kind of just been above board, which is a little bit boring. What is this?
I'm recording all I can gather about these apparition attacks, looking for patterns, clues to Belial's plans. Bring me anything you find out about them. I'll share with you any useful weapons or artifacts that my research unearths. Go. Return to me when you've made progress.
There we go. Belial's Return. Encounter new challenges in apparition incursions to battle against your Belial, Lord of Lies. Earn Unveiler's Oath reputation by defeating apparitions and bosses across Sanctuary. Gain more reputations at higher torment tiers. So it's the same as before. We have a kind of board. We need to get enough incursion to get to the next quest. We actually need to get to tier 3, which is quite a bit. So I'll probably be showing off some of the mechanics. I mean, I obviously want to show off one of these apparition incursions, which will be starting in 2 minutes, so we'll probably do that next. I do not know how much we get. We have 900 now. Let's read the quest line. Belial's downfall will come only if I can grow in power and stop this apparition incursion from spreading chaos. So let's head over here and do one of those. So here we are at the summoning portion of the apparition. It begins in 1 minute and 25 seconds. There it says, Belial is crafting a vast army of apparitions in order to join the Realm of Lies and Sanctuary. Destroy... Well, let me just... Oh, they do summon some enemies. Let's see here. Destroy these legions and drive Belial away.
What is this?
And we got a little bit of quest stuff. Level 152. Wow, level 10. Yeah, we're playing this pretty late into the season. Seems like the thing is actually summoning some stuff regularly. Now, we're playing this pretty late in the season, but still not terribly late. I hope to get to the end game stuff and show it off like I did last season. We'll see if I'm successful. But, you know, I think we should be able to. So this, I guess, is like Belial, but like in his lesser form. And then he can probably transition into his bigger boss version. And there are a whole bunch of materials you can get. There are a whole bunch of, like, the whole end game has basically been reworked, probably for the better. Oh yeah, that's right, you can equip your pet. I forgot about that. You obviously have the crow, so we're gonna equip that. That is very useful. Save. And now the apparition begins. So we have to...
Your efforts are for naught, mortals. This realm is mine. And I shape it as I wish.
So I'm not really sure where... Slay apparitions to stop Belial's illusion. Betraying eyes reveal more apparitions. Alright. Well, that went very easy because we have a lot of players here, so not a lot for us to do. So I guess something will spawn. A boss of some sort? Yeah. Apparition of Scourge. We got a new power.
This stops nothing.
Alright, everyone's moving this way, so I'm going to head along with them. Once again, we have to get these apparition incursions. Yeah, let's ride our horse. I do want to see what these... Okay, so this is a Betraying Eye. And when we do it, we unlock a bunch of different incursions. Alright. So these spawn everywhere. We're getting a lot of experience from this. Another Betraying Eye. Not great that we're trapped like this. And I just walked into the trap again. This is that sharpshooter apparition. Now they're all going down very quickly because we have some very powerful players with us here. Belial will emerge soon. Okay, that's cool. So we actually get to fight Belial. I do wonder how much... Okay, tier 1 has been earned, so that's 900 just then and there. And... it should be there.
Your insolence is at an end.
Absolutely nuked, so I'll have to do this again at a higher tier just to show off how it usually happens, because right now, I mean, one of these players is just so powerful that it wasn't even a problem. So I'm guessing this is tier 2. So one of these got us about 1,400 in terms of reward. So I'm going to have to do quite a few of these, and I'll be doing those off camera. But let me just teleport to Tarsak to see how much we can get. Alright, here we are once again. Unveiler's Oath. We got the first tier. But yeah, basically we're going to have to do maybe 3 more of those. I'll be doing those off camera. I do wonder... No, we cannot speak with her. I'll also check to see if we can find the knight in Menestad, but I'll be leaving that for next episode. So this is the first episode. There are quite a few quests, I think, for this season. Let's see here. There are 9 quests, so... I don't understand. Wait, no, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 total quests, so probably 3 episodes of the season story, something like that. Season story compilation like always, and then I'll be doing a bunch of endgame content to showing off all the different bosses. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. I'll be releasing these once a week. Once again, as I said, if I get a bunch more in the backlog, I might release them twice a week. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. I upload content 5 days a week. Diablo IV will be coming out on Mondays. I have all other seasons on the channel if you're interested in those. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.